Yeah, people, we've got another introduction. Well, it's not an introduction as such because we've already introduced them before. It's more of a revisited. Do you know what I mean? It's almost, if you watch Location, they go back 5 years later. This is what it's all about. But we've got the awesome Gallahers Green on the show tonight for you. And I'm going to let them talk about what they're working on, but we have got 4 tracks from there. I said you was releasing an EP. I've had a bollocking off Janice already. They're not releasing an EP. It's an album. I said I'm just about to get away going on holiday. You've sent me 4 tracks. To me, that's an EP. Job done. There you go. So you're releasing an album, aren't you?
Yeah. Basically, we've released 6 singles from the album.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to, I'm sure a lot of people have listened to those, and we wanted to do something different tonight and give you 4 album tracks, just to demonstrate how varied the album is and what people have got to look forward to.
Excellent, bloody awesome. Well, we've got the 4 tracks, and we're going to play them during the show, and yeah, we'll obviously find out what you've been working on, what you've been doing, because you've been busy since you was last on. And we played one of your tracks on my triple play this morning. I did my own triple play section on the show, and I put Memphis on.
Oh, class!
So, good choice,
mate.
Thank you.
That track. If you've not heard it, go and listen to the track. It was done for the RAF Benevolent Fund. We had a great interview with the person it was about, and when that track got released, because obviously you get a lot of music coming in, I'm not listening to. I could not stop playing that track in the car. Every time I got in the car, I played that track, and it just gets me. I think it's brilliant. So people go and check it out.
Well, I just wanted to say the video that we did for that song, with the interview we did with yourself, thanks so much, Kirk, because I know it's had quite a few views, and a lot of people have in the military community and the veterans community sort of shared it on social media to each other to go and watch it, because the actual, obviously the guy Mick who the song's about, he's obviously been interviewed too, so for anybody that hasn't watched it, it's well worth going on YouTube on your channel and going back and watching it.
Well, what I'll do, obviously, this is on YouTube now, people. The link to the video and the link to that interview will be in the comments, because I think it's important. And yes, sometimes we do interviews and they might not get a lot of views, but they get out there, and we just keep doing them because something is going to resonate. And as we're putting a lot of things out there, the more focus comes in, and that's why we keep doing them. So they're worth doing them. That's great. It's really good because it's, for me, it's a great cause. The military, they do a lot for us. We shouldn't really be going to war, but we have to go to war sometimes. And when people get injured like that, it's not nice, is it? They're just people at the end of the day. But the track is brilliant.
And the good thing is that we had that sort of month-long, maybe it was 6-8 weeks, Ian, I can't remember how long it was from release until Armistice Day. But we raised well over our target of £1,000. We had the charity gig. We sold a lot of merch, T-shirts, CDs. All that money went to the Just Giving page for the Benevolent Fund. So it was just really successful. So many people got behind it.
Brilliant. Well, if you do Dougie Fest, you realise you're going to have to sing that.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I don't know if we'll have to get the helicopter to do a fly past. But
my next door neighbour's a pilot, but he's not got a helicopter. But he could do a fly past in his little biplane. He doesn't do. In fact, I might have a word with him because he does aerobatic and say, "Can you do a display on the day?" That'd be brilliant. No, I can't wait. That'd be great to have you on board because it's going to be a bit of a mental day. See that, and we're talking about you, but get out there because people might. 13th of May is Dougie Fest, which is where we've decided to bring. I think we've got 5 or 6 artists that are going to come down. From 1 o'clock onwards. It's going to be live streaming on Mixcloud and on Twitch, and it's going to be backstage chats and everything. It's going to be wonderful. And I'll tell you one of the reasons. And this is your interview, but my wife's going to a wedding, and she said, "Well, you're always doing stuff. Why don't you ever get a band to come along and interview and do some stuff yourself?" I went, "Don't worry about that, love. I'm having a festival on the Saturday when you're not here."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I'm not getting involved." I says, "I don't want you to get involved. What to do with you?
You're not invited.
He's not invited. So you're not here. So There's a few things in the pipeline, but it's going to be a great day, and it's going to be good. Anyway, people like you coming along, it's going to be great if you can make it. So it's wonderful. Anyway, tell us a bit about this new album, and we'll play a track because we've talked a lot, we've digressed a bit, but it's all part of it, isn't it?
So this album, basically, I don't think we ever thought we was going to record an album quite so soon after the first album.
Yeah.
Because we just all about quality. The amount of songs that we kick out and say, not quite good enough. But I don't know if it was COVID. I don't know if it was the band being formed or we was trying new stuff live. But we just had song after song after song. And we got to a point where we just said, that's an album, basically. There was one point where our lead guitar player, who's not here right now, where he basically slagged off a couple of the songs. And with hindsight, he was right, because me and John went away in a bit of a huff, and we wrote like 2 or 3 absolute bangers. And when we look back at the album now, it needed them bangers on it.
Excellent.
So he's a Yorkshireman. He pulls no punches. He just tells you how it is.
Well, I'm Mancunian, and I don't pull no punches either, and people get upset by it. But sometimes it's for the right reason, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a stinger. Yeah. It's a stinger because they're like your babies. Anyone who's written a song ever, anything creative, and we was like, what you on about? But, we had a chat and we went away, and I think it put a bit of fire in the belly, and I think it was Heal This Pain.
I'll show you.
Young Man's Game. Yeah, I'll show you, and Catch the Sun. So if anyone hears the album, then them songs shouldn't have been on the album. You've only got an angry Yorkshireman to thank for that.
Yeah, he was absolutely right. I was thinking about it today. And nobody likes to be told, but that's what you need in a band. Just to go, that's not our style, or I'm not feeling that one. And we did. We went away, and there's no fat on that album, no fat whatsoever. It's
cool.
All
and
bangers.
Is it called Dare to Dream? I've got this right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank God for that.
The album's called Dare to Dream. Yeah.
That's Dare to Dream, not Dirty Dream. If you Google it wrong, you're banging trouble. All right.
Well, if you do, people, clear your history. That's it. That's all I'll say. Go incognito. You'll be all right. So I've been told.
He's played this game before.
So I've been told. I saw one the other day, and it was a meme, and it was a woman with looking, saying, when she realises why the mouse is on the left-hand side of the computer every time her husband goes on.
And there's absolutely no history.
No history on it. No. Hey, I'm safety conscious, love. I have to clear it every day. You never know. There's people out there. Why have you got a sticker over your camera? Don't worry about that, love. Yeah.
Well, yeah, mate. It's been a year since we was in the studio, Volta Lab Studios. Got to give them a shout out. We don't want to shout them out too much because we don't want other bands booking them up too much because we want to go back for album 3.
What's the studio?
We're not telling you. You get it once. Volta Lab Studios in Rochdale. Jamie and Laura, it couldn't have been better. It used to be Cargo Studios where Joy Division recorded once upon a year.
Oh, so wonderful!
It's got some heritage.
That's the one. 24-hour party people. There's a clip of the drummer on the roof outside. So awesome. It's got a really good musical heritage. But like Ian said.
Give them some discount. Give them some discount for next time they come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Selling it.
Need it.
Right, I'll tell you what. I've got these tracks. Which should I play in order? I've got Heal This Pain, Lost Your Way, Where You Going, and Dare to Dream.
That's the ones, yeah.
Which one do you want me to
play? Should we start with Lost Your Way?
Right, people. This is Gallahers Green, and this is from their. Oh, hey, when's the album coming out? I've not even asked you that yet.
A week on Friday.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, it might have already come out. Go and check it out.
Right.
Yeah. End of March. End of March is out, people. 2023. Yeah. Okay. Right. This is what I was going to say. Now, what do we say, Janice?
We say, cue the VT.
Janice, there's no VT, love. There's no VT, so we're just going to have to play the audio. We'll be right back after this with Gallahers Green.
Last night I went too far, we both know that it's true. I can't get past the words you said, so now we're through. I walked away into the night and out of you. I should've known this has just you. Shame soothes my empathy. things I've done. Glad I walked away, I knew our race was run. I won't keep on turning time slips away. You're the dark and I'm the dawn. I hear the words I say. Shame fuels my empathy. Regret feeds my pain. Leeching off my empathy has left my body drained. I'm glad I gave you amusement. I'm glad there's no more pain. So no more of your excuses. You lost your way You lost your way You lost your way
There you go, people. What do you think of that? Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Lost your way. Great. Gallahers Green. Thanks for that, lads.
Cheers, pal.
Turn my microphone off. Yeah, you've got a good sound. I like your music you produce. It's brilliant. I've deliberately, well, I've not really had time today. I've deliberately not listened to him before the show. So that's the first time I'm listening to him. So, been a
So
bit...
that song, the reason why I said play that one first is that's the first song me and John ever wrote together. We've both been writing songs for donkey's years individually and sending them to each other, giving each other ideas. But that was the first song we ever wrote together. And that's, would you say there's three parts to that, 3 eras to that, John? I think John wrote that chorus many years ago.
Yeah.
I wrote, I think, the verses on a bit of what became the pre-chorus and sent it to John. And he said, hang on, that can be better. I've got something. And the solo only came about because it's hard to play live, that one. It's hard to play anytime. But John, you said there should be a solo on the end, and then we added that extra bit, and Tom put his solo on. So it's kind of 3 complete eras. That song's been written over the last 25 years.
Wow.
It was meant to be on the first album, but the drummer just couldn't get the drum pattern. And I said, play the drums from Rocket Queen off Appetite for Destruction. He still couldn't get it. Then the next guy came in and got it straight away. But it's a tricky song to play live. You can lose it really quickly.
Yeah. Don't play
the
it.
timing is really difficult.
Yeah.
Don't play it then. Put it on as a put it on as a track before you come on stage when you go anywhere, and then you can't cock it up. Just walk around with a guitar. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me
and Eddie could do a parody to that one.
World Champions. Yeah, I believe it's the Hide and Seek World Championship. We're going to try and flog it to them as like the opening title song.
Excellent, love it. So you've got the album. What gigs have you got sorted out? What are you doing at the minute? What's in the pipeline? Anything?
Yeah, so we're playing in Birmingham on the 1st of April. Then we've got a gig in Manchester 22nd of April. We've got gigs throughout the summer. We're
busy every weekend in June, aren't we?
Yeah, June's very busy, and then we're just waiting on confirmation for some more festivals later in the summer. So yeah, we're keeping really, really busy, and we're working on album 3 already. We've got a pile of material. Wow!
So you're in Birmingham. If you're watching this when we post it, week on Saturday then.
Yeah.
First of April. It's actually a battle of the bands. Soccer Live, not Soccer the game. It's So-Called Studios. Battle of the Bands, that's going on. I think it's like Heat 3 by the time we get down there. I'm not 100% certain, but that should be a good gig.
Oh, brilliant! Good luck with that. No, you'll have to send us the details. So yeah, brilliant. I'm only about 30 minutes from Birmingham, 20 or something like that.
All right,
get down.
Not a million miles away. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah. So yeah, cool. Oh, wonderful. So you've got enough of album 3. It's going pretty well, isn't it? You're putting plenty out there.
Yeah, we're just grafters. Any ideas we have, obviously, Ian and I are the primary songwriters, and we just send them to each other. Once we've got the basis of a song, then the other guys jump on it and give it the thumbs up or the thumbs down and put their parts on it. But we're always writing, always sending ideas, and we just want to do as much as we can, you know.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Keep at it. No, it's really good. It's really great. So we talked at the start about the benevolent fund. So you did the gig for that. How did that go? What was that
Brilliant.
like? Was it buzzing?
As you know, that your favorite band, the Superlatives, came along and they were fantastic. They put on a really cool punky performance. There was a couple of bands on the bill, but the whole night, the whole place was packed. And everyone was just into it, and everyone knew the songs. And when we played Memphis, there was a couple of people came down from the Benevolent Fund just to show their support.
Excellent.
And it was just everything about it was brilliant. And as I said, the money we raised, we know that was helping a lot of World War II veterans, I believe, with the winter fuel payments and stuff.
Nice.
So any money that we raised, we know that went to World War II RAF veterans, which is just a bonus.
No,
I was surprised. How quick we got up to. I didn't think we should have set the target at £1,000. To be honest, I thought that was quite high. Well, everyone else was going, no, it's okay, and it got there pretty quick. People got behind that gig so much. Mercy Kelly came along, local band as well. Cracking. Everything about that night was just fantastic. We just can't knock it. It was really good.
Oh, special, isn't it? Especially when you do it for a cause, or you know what I mean, you're invested in it. It's even more personal than you actually playing your own music, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because you're actually doing something that you wanted to do, and you're both connected to it as well. I think it's phenomenal. It's like, I get it, because we're obviously trying to do something, and it'll just be. I've had bands here before, and we've had. You know what I mean? It's just something about it when you've invested time and energy into it, and you get a real kick out of it, don't you? It's amazing. I love it. It's
like the history of our band as well. Obviously, I left the RAF 2 years ago. Ian's still serving. We met in Iraq in 2008. So that's where we started talking about rock music and bands, and stayed in touch and sent ideas to each other. So the band was very much. It's obviously we're passionate about the forces, especially the veterans. And like I said to you last time in the other interview, that the boys and girls that may feel they've been forgotten about because it's not in the mainstream media anymore. It was also just to remind people of that and let them know that people still care about them. Yeah, you know?
I think the one and only thing that would have topped it off would have been to get Mick there, but he's up in the Highlands of Scotland somewhere.
Yeah,
and he doesn't even know where Oldham is on the map. God bless him. There's some great footage from that gig, so you can watch it on YouTube. No worries.
Excellent. Well, with all the effort he's put in and what you were doing, you would have thought they'd have sent an helicopter for him and sent him down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The RAF would have sent one down. They could have done that, couldn't they, for God's sake?
MOD budget cuts, mate.
Yeah, unless you want to bomb the shit out of someone and then you find the money, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Oh, we've got no money. Hang on a minute. Just fire that rocket. It's only cost 100 grand. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Mate, you're pissed. Got no money. Always got money for war, haven't they? Always got money for war.
Love a good war.
Yeah. Crap in it. Anyway, never mind. It's keeping some of you coming in a business. So, do you know what I mean? Keeping you gainfully employed. Right, we better play another track, haven't we? So we've had Lost Your Way, Heal the Pain, and what about this one? Where you going? Is that the one? Is Where You Going?
Yeah.
Go for that.
Is there a story behind it?
Yeah, it's basically on the album. There's a couple of songs that sort of tie up. You've got Catch the Sun, which was the first single.
Brilliant. Love that.
It's like an upbeat. It's got a bit of a pop vibe to it about a young couple making it through all the tribulations of life and getting to live the dream in California. This one's about the sort of struggle beforehand of a young couple struggling, almost breaking up. It's a bit of a heart wrencher, this one. So
wonderful heart wrencher.
If you don't mind me jumping in just before you play it,
crack on.
John was staying at my house quite a lot during the recording of the first album, and he was playing this, and he'd never brought it to me as like anything. I remember going, "What's that? Is that new?" And he was like, "Oh, no, I've had that years. I've had that kind of thing years." And I was playing, I was like, and I think we was already looking at the second album by now. And I said, "That's a proper banging, it's a tune, that, mate. You know, you need to get an album." But I don't know, John, you tell me. Were you even considering throwing it in the band? Because you seemed surprised how good I thought it was.
Well, that was it. I didn't think it was strong enough. But then obviously when you clocked it and we recorded it, but when we were playing it live, I saw the reaction of big burly blokes in the crowd.
My brother being one of them, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if it's making big burly blokes from the northwest of England choke up, it must have something about it. So yeah,
and it's got to be said, what John's done with his arpeggio Tom's done with his arpeggio at the start is brilliant.
Yeah, dead simple but really effective.
Brilliant.
Well, here we go. I'm looking forward to hearing it now. Here you go, people. Right back on this. Gallahers Green. Talk about their new album, not an EP.
Where you going? Where your bags are packed, no emotion showing. Where you going? Cold stare straight through my eyes. Where you going? Loved that long ago, but the pain keeps growing. Where you going when I need you tonight? Kinda waiting to break, gotta say that the feeling's gone, but I love you, baby. Kinda waiting to face, gotta say I don't need you tonight. Kinda waiting to break, gotta say that the feeling's gone, but I love you, baby. Kinda waiting to face, gotta say I don't need you tonight. Why you crying? You know long ago this was all for show, yeah. Why you crying? You won't be trapped in this life. Why you crying? We both know that we made a mistake, yeah. Why you crying? You don't need me tonight. Kinda waiting to break, gotta say that the feeling's gone, but I love you, baby. Kinda waiting to face, gotta say I don't need you tonight. Kinda waiting to break, gotta say that the feeling's gone, but I love you, baby. Kinda waiting to face, gotta say I don't need you tonight. Where you going? Where your bags are packed, no emotion showing. Where you going? Cold stare straight through my eyes.
Whoa. Yeah. Love it.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, cracker. And the guitar section in that is definitely Gallahers Green. If you just played that bit to someone, oh, yeah, it's Gallahers Green. Tell it you.
I like that.
Great.
I like that. We've got our own sound.
Yes,
I like that.
definitely. That guitar sound is definitely yours. Love it. That's cool. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
Thanks, Kirk.
Yeah, it's good.
So can you imagine being in a band with somebody who just pops that out, sat on the settee on a Sunday afternoon? He's like, "Oh, I've been working on that for years." And I'm like, "Are you for real? Let's get that on the album."
Yeah, all the juicy stuff. Yeah. The Beatles probably had this as well, and I mean, the Gallagher's and what have you. You know, what do you mean you've been bad? That I haven't been knocking around for years. It's all right, but sometimes it's. I think I'm going to make an assumption now, because you've had that for years knocking about. You've sort of, my wife's a designer, and she gets the same. No one else has seen her stuff. She goes, on board with that now. I'm moving on to something else. I'm like, no one's seen it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
is it like that? So
you're
that used to it. It's like, oh well, yeah. Didn't you know about this? Oh, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But
I'll work on an idea, and then I'll do a quick phone and record up my phone or send it to Ian and do whatever with it, and then forget about it and go, right, that's that done, move on to the next one. I won't sit still. That's my problem. It's when Ian, he's like the voice of reason with me. He'll be like, what about that one you sent called whatever? Right, let's pull that out and let's work on it. and usually he's a much better lyricist than me, and he'll go, right, let's analyze that, let's pick it apart. Let's beef it up here. Let's put another verse in there. So that's why we work so well as a good team.
I was just about to say that's probably good because I've got demoitis. Once I've heard something once, and this is good and bad, I'll hold on to it, and it's logged away in there, and I'll go back to. Do you remember 18 months ago you sent me that chorus, and it stuck. The only time it's bad is if John changes the key, which he often does. I'll change some lyrics, which he often does. He hasn't got an ego. But I always hear it in the original way of doing it.
Right.
And I can't get the new ways in my head. We more or less had an ongoing battle with a bass line on Catch the Sun in the studio, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Where the producer he literally wanted me to. There's a little bass. I wouldn't call it a bass solo, but it's behind the vocals. It's quite a nice little piece. And he wanted me to just add one note per kind of rotation in it. And I was dead against it, but he was right.
Brilliant.
Was right in it.
Brilliant.
And everyone else in the band basically told me to do it as well. But I listened to it now, and he was right. But yeah, I never forget a song, and I think John forgets them too easily.
Well, they pitch some people like that, aren't they? And yeah, and that's what makes it good, because you're not the same. If you were both like, oh, that's crap, get rid of it, and then you'd get nowhere. But the fact that you've got those opposites works, and it frustrates the crap out of both of you, probably, no doubt. But it's good that you like that, and it does that.
Yeah.
It just fascinates me, and that's why I like doing the interviews, is how individuals, whatever craft they're doing creative-wise, can keep producing the things they... I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you think of that? How do you think of that? How do you think of that idea? Where's that come from? How have you made that and turned it into music? I just find it fascinating. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's...
Yeah, I don't know where these ideas come from. It's like, what is it? Noel Gallagher calls it. He sits on the sofa with his acoustic, calls it going fishing, and just waits for the ideas to come. I don't know what way it works. It's freaky, but something will just come to you. Usually, like Ian will have a chorus or a verse or whatever. He'll be plugging away at something, and I'll just hear it, and I'll go, all right, there's something there, or vice versa, and then we'll put something together. I don't know how it happens. Usually, when we're sponsored by Peroni at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
or some bangers.
Yeah.
We've got some real bad quality videos of us. Even last weekend was one. It's good 2 minutes. What's it called? This one again? I can't remember the actual title of it. But I've got a really.
I don't know. I've forgotten already.
Yeah, a shocking video of us singing it at 2 o'clock in the morning, drunk as a skunk. But everything's there. The chord structure of the song, the vocals, everything. We'll obviously do a polished version of that, and I think that's an absolute banker for album 3. I'm trying to remember the name of it now, but it's cracker. It's a cracker, and that's how it works. Sometimes you got to catch the lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and I take hats off to yourselves and anyone else that can do what they do. You do as an artist, thing, and then to keep coming up with things that are different. Do you know what I mean? New lyrics, new sounds, new stories. I think it's brilliant. I really do.
That was one good thing about Jamie, the producer in the studio. He really pushed us as well. Obviously, we're his customer, so it's a fine balance. But he was, especially Tom, he was pushing him for different guitar sounds, taking him out of his comfort zone. Some things Tom was like, I'd never done before, different effects and all that, and just created an amazing wall of sound throughout the album. And it's varied because Ian's very much an indie kid. Tom's straight up sort of classic rock guy. I like punk. I like Americana. We all like all sorts. And our drummer, he's into Queen and flipping I don't know, so many bands, XTC, etc. But when we put all that together, it all comes out, and it's just amazing. It's just all those influences, and we rub off on each other. Because I think Ian wrote "Bad for My Soul" off the first album. It's a punk song, but he's not into punk. I wrote "Prodigal Son" on the first album, which is very much an Oasis indie song, but I'm not really that way inclined, you know.
No, it's brilliant. It's good, and it's good to have that mix. I think it makes a big difference. If you're all the same, it's not as creativity. You need that balance. You need that challenge or other people to bring it out. Really, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Right, where are we up to now? Let's have a look. Oh, brilliant. Oh, because Janice says, you'll have to do a short interview. It'll only be a short one. Yeah, all right. So we normally do an hour. We'll end up being here an hour, won't we? Let's have another track, should we? Should we have another track? Hear the Pain. I think we'll end with Dare to Dream. Not Dirty Dream, Dare to Dream. That's it. You need to do a track called Dirty Dream, don't you? It's my Mancunian accent. I can't help it. So, Heal the Pain. So we can assume what this is about. What's this about then? Is this about a break? Another breakup? Is it another breakup song?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Heal This Pain. Yeah. So I'm not naming names. A very good friend of mine was going through some marital problems, pretty serious sort of, and over a phone call was talking about ending their own life. It was quite heavy,
shit.
And obviously I was kind of trying to the best pulling out all the best things that I had in my arsenal to talk them around. And the words, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. I just want someone to heal this pain. And it just stuck in my head. I always say this: be careful when you hang about me and Ian, because you'll end up in a song. But, yeah, it was basically this heartfelt conversation, and the song just came out. It just came out on an acoustic guitar, and it was we were in Oldham, weren't we, Ian? And when
I was homeless.
You were homeless, yeah. So we were.
Yeah.
You were staying in a hotel. When you were travelling up to rehearse, we were both travelling up and across to meet in Oldham for rehearsals. We had to stay at this hotel, and just got the guitar one night. I said, "Oh, here's an idea," and we finished it that night, didn't we? Second verse.
Yeah. Well, we've been out drinking. I think we've been watching a band. I wasn't technically homeless. I lived on my RAF camp like Monday to Friday, but I was in between houses, selling houses, and it had all gone wrong.
Yeah.
So we had to stay in this hotel to do gigs. We played a gig, John. We must have done. And then got back to the hotel. Yeah, and I've got a video of you. I said, I'll have to video this so we don't forget it in the morning. And he played it. I think it was on when you had a Les Paul. You're a telly guy now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, right, hey, that's a banger. And you just know, if a song sounds great on an acoustic guitar, it's technically an acoustic guitar, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, just a guitar on its own, yeah.
Yeah, then when it's got the drums, the bass, the guitar, all the production on it, it's going to sound amazing. So you know, if it's great at that point, it's going to be mega. And it was. And it's an absolute fantastic tune. And this is going to be you kind of the release single with the album. So this will kind of go out with the album on the 31st of March as well.
Excellent. And I was going to say something then. No, yeah. If you're playing, like you say, with just a guitar and a vocal, there's nowhere to hide, is there?
No.
You've stripped it back to that raw sound to go, oh yeah, this sounds brilliant. And then, like you say, if you add all the bells and whistles on top of that, that just rounds it off, then you've got a cracker. Oh, we'll play this. So we're going to be right back after this, people. Gallahers Grid talk about their new album. Go and check it out. Here we go.
I don't wanna feel this pain anymore. I don't wanna hear you cry in the dark. You say you're gonna leave, but you're still here. I don't wanna feel no pain anymore. I don't wanna feel this pain anymore. I don't wanna hear you cry in the dark. You said you'd never leave, but you're not here. I don't wanna feel no pain anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely banging. Love it. Love it. And there again was the Gallahers Green signature guitar playing, which is a bit Stranglers-esque, if you don't mind me saying.
Ooh.
Your guitar
Not
playing
that one yet,
at
yeah.
I'm going to say that, add that to the list.
on
yeah.
the
Yeah.
end when on the end of Memphis. I was listening when I first heard that. I was like, "Geez, sounds like that's got a twist of a Stranglers track." That's what it sounded
Is
like
it
to
the
me.
palm muting? Is it like the kind of like chugging kind of palm muting sound that you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. You're getting all technical.
I don't
now.
know. I'm trying to.
You're getting all technical now, but the end of
Yeah.
the end of Memphis, right? Well, let's get it up. But it's so sounds like the Stranglers. I'm not saying you copied them, but it's sort of if you didn't say and you said, "Oh, this is a new one from the Stranglers," and you played that guitar section, I think people will believe you.
I wonder if Tom, our guitar player, he's never mentioned like in the Stranglers, but
Yeah, I'd ask him. He's a secret Stranglers fan. So let
Nothing wrong with the Stranglers.
there's nothing.
whatsoever.
No, mate. There's nothing wrong
yeah.
with there's nothing wrong with Stranglers. That's
I think Tom probably does go out doing some strangling, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. We're back to the mouse on the left, aren't we?
You'll kill
Let me see if I can find the guitar section here. This. That bit.
You're right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was actually going to say about that? I was going to say he's made it quite. You've ruined my point now, Kurt. I was going to say, he's made it quite different to everything else.
No, I'm not. It is. I'm not saying he's copied it, but it's very. If you could imagine the Stranglers playing that. It's got a Stranglers twang to it.
I love how he comes in with the solo on this. It's got like a restrained, and I think it's almost U2-esque kind of lead into it. I think it's absolutely brilliant what he did on this track.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I know, and he'll hate you for saying that because I've said it before. There's a couple of points in the album I'm like, mate, I hear the edge in that, and he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I do. But on that song, there's so many dynamics. It goes up and down, and melodies are different guitar parts. And he's a classic rock guy. He's like Angus Young and Slash and all that type of stuff. But I think so many other. He's been so open to other things, and it's all come in. He's not just a one-trick.
Definitely,
he's really.
That's very different to what he he is a rock guy, but yeah, I think he's done something amazing on that one. I think he's done a fantastic job.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, very melodic player.
Yeah,
very much like John Squire, but he won't like me saying that, but it's true.
Well, we're all going to get influenced by something that we like, aren't we? Like you say, your different sounds. You've all got different eclectic tastes of a band. So all those sounds, they're all going to influence, and that's why you can go, well, actually, let's do this with it, or the guitar, or we'll do that with it, or the drummer will go, no, let's do it. You know what I mean? You pull that together, and that's how you get your sound, don't you? It's
I'm still trying to get some bass lines in from my love of Norwegian thrash metal. But the lads are just stifling me, man.
Mate, I tell you what, we've got a section
They're killing my vibe.
We've got a section on Triple Play Wednesday, and one of the presenters he played the Who, not the Who, not WHO, HU. Yeah, you've probably never heard of them. So we've now got a new section because of the track they played, and it's throat singing. You know,
I've heard this, yeah. Scandinavian, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but these are Mongolians. These Mongolian. I know you can't. You've got to be careful what you say there. But do you know what I mean? It's Mongolian throat singing. And then today we had Indian rock, thrash metal or something. It's like absolutely insane. But yeah,
it's mad. Yeah, some of the places like Syria, there's like a metal scene. In Iraq, there's a metal scene. In India, Iron Maiden toured India. There's what you were saying. I know this is this is for you, but just have a listen to this. This is what I'm saying. That's how you can get things that are totally different. This is the who. Let me fast forward a bit because it's all like this. And then you want to take a listen to it. Seriously. But I want the throat singing. Here we go. Good, isn't it? Like Vikings.
Yeah. Down for that. Right, John, we need some throat singing on the next
album.
Need
some throats.
This is happening.
Go and check them out. They're absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. This has been a bit.
To do a gig with them.
This has been a bit of a weird interview. I've gone all over the place, and as per.
Hey? Imagine the music video if we played with them, like slaughtering goats and all sorts.
Yeah, go and check them out. I'll tell you what, you won't want to meet any of them in a dark alley if you look at them. Seriously, they look really, you know what I mean? They look like they'd slit your throat before they even spoke to you. Well, there you go. Yeah. Not casting aspersions, but yeah, go and check out. They're a massive band. And it's weird, isn't it? Because that's why we do this show and these interviews, because people are not aware of everything that's out there. And I think what frustrates me is when you get in someone's car, and I've said it loads of times, and you sit and you go, oh no, you're not playing this again. You're still playing the 80s and the 90s. We've moved on since then. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what are you playing there? I went to a party a bit back with my neighbours, and they were playing all the same old shit. And I'm like, oh, fucking. And they go, well, you do. I said, not a DJ. Well, you put what do you like? I went, I like all the new shit. What do you mean? I says, I'm not putting any of it on because you're all sitting there and going, oh. I said, so carry on with your 80s extravaganza.
Well, thank God there's people like you, Kurt, like not blowing smoke up your arse, and you've got Danielle Perry on Absolute Radio that does her Sunday night thing, introducing new bands, because you've got all these record companies are just buying up all the old music off like the likes of Bruce Springsteen and Dylan, and you know they're just going to squeeze every last drop out they can. But there's nothing apart from DJs like yourself that are actually purveying and introducing people to new music, because the rest of us, we're doing it purely for the love of it. We're not making any money out of it.
Yeah.
Our CDs and our T-shirts go for the minimum amount to cover. Like, we don't make anything.
Yeah.
So
we literally have to go out of pocket to buy the T-shirts and CDs just because people are asking for them. You know, we might make money in 5 years' time on these CDs, but it's because people want them. We're like, right, no worries.
Yeah.
And John's right. You know, local radio stations, they're just getting bought up by big, you know, UK-wide, worldwide, global, you know, industries, and then they only play the songs that they own. Essentially, it's like a self-licking lollipop.
Yeah.
So trying to break into that as a band of blokes with a 40-year-old, they're like, well, you know, is it going to happen? So yeah, you're an absolute diamond. I agree with what John says, and we appreciate you playing us.
No, I appreciate. Thanks.
It's a hard world.
Yeah, it is, and I'm making fuck all out of this as well. But hopefully one day something will click and we'll all fucking eat out of it. But I think the more we do, and we need to just encourage people to go on. What's good for me is the couple of shows that we introduced was for we had an 80s show, and I got bored of doing it. And we started the show playing your kind of music, you know, you guys and people like that. And the people that were criticising me taking it off air, going, don't do it, are like the biggest fans going, oh my God, who's this again? Oh, like this. You know, interviewed some Council Cut last week. Never even heard of him. We played with, I'd never heard of him, but he played with the Mees. Seen him on the Mees, collaborating, love him. And I played that, and a few people coming on, oh yeah, love the Council, love Council Court, love this. It's great, isn't it? Even if we just get one or two more people interested, and they go and say, and they're sat in having a barbecue, and they've got music playing, they go, who's this? Oh, it's Gallahers Green. Who are they? Oh, well, here we go. Check them out, download it. That's what we need more of that. And I've always had a hunger for music and new experiences and new sounds, and I'm trying to recapture as a young lad putting the Jam on for the first time and going, "Oh my God, who is this?" Because my mate's brother was playing. He was older than us. Like, who's this? Who's this? The Jam. I want to feel that excitement again. I want other people to feel that excitement when they go, "Oh my God, this is awesome. I love this. Yeah, I'm going to listen to this."
Oh. For me, it was. Go on, John. Sorry.
You just sparked a memory there, Kirk. I was in my cousin's house, and my cousin goes, "Listen to this," and he put on Motorhead Overkill, and it was just like a wall of noise. And I was only a kid. I was like, "What is this?" He says, "It's called heavy metal." And I just went, "Oh my God!" And that was it. It did something. Something went off in my head. That was it. I was just in the rock, and well, not just rock. It just got me into music.
Yeah, it does. I mean, some of my mates are into rock, and I never get. I've got an understanding now, and I've got an appreciation of it. But when I was young, I was like, "Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that."
Yeah,
but now I like it. It's weird how it changes. But I was all like the Jam, UB40, do you know what I mean? Reggae, stuff like that, and probably a bit the cheesy pop, the Human League, people like that. That was my sort.
But that was when pop was good. The pop then wasn't this process. They were actually musicians that wrote the songs.
Correct.
Look at Erasure. They wrote those songs.
Brilliant.
And
still going.
Great songs. Yeah, still going. Duran, all those bands are fantastic bands, and they wrote the songs. But now it's just Ian wrote our last single called "Young Man's Game," and it very much is an indictment of the sad state of the music industry that you see these bands that are getting pushed as rock bands, but you don't hear guitar. It's all synths, and it's just pretty young lads being marketed as this thing, and it's fair enough. I wouldn't knock anybody that puts a guitar on and gets up on stage and does it. Fair play, that takes guts. But yeah, if that's rock, if that's what everybody wants, then you can count me out. We'll just do our own thing, and we're
correct.
Keep
doing it.
We're doing it because we love it. Yeah,
keep doing it, and it's not what everybody wants. It's what they want everybody to want, isn't it? Because it's keep lazy and easy.
Yeah. So, like you were saying, I wasn't a massive rock guy, but I heard Definitely Maybe, and it just blew my mind. I just played it on repeat, and I was going, what is going on? And that kind of made me think. I don't even know why I thought, but I knew I can do that as well. They're only guys like me. They used to live 10 minutes down the road. And amazing. Like John says, these days, it's your kind of bands like your Lavums. I listened to their album the other day, and, it's all right. But there's no excitement in there, and I feel sorry for the people who are getting sold this, whatever it is. They're getting told that these are a rock band, and I've watched a YouTube video, and it's filmed at the back on a mobile phone, and everyone's bouncing around at a Lavums gig. Great, they're not even bouncing in time with the music. the people who are watching these bands, like them. They just want to be into a band, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And when you're getting it force-fed down Instagram and Twitter and everything, that these are the new bands, 15-year-old kids are going to lap it up and they go, oh, yeah, I've seen documentaries about Oasis and the Beatles. These are the new thing. No, they're not. You're getting sold a lie. And then they're bouncing around because they want to enjoy it. And I feel sorry for them. I think they're being sold an absolute lie. And you
should be able to. I can't play music. I love to sing, but I'm got tone frigging deaf. But I love singing. But I don't know what it is. I look at things and go, oh my God, that is brilliant. That is good. That is good. I don't understand the technical, the composition. I don't understand it. But I know what I like. And if I hear a track and go, oh my God, that is awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think. I believe I can identify, good tunes, good music, and
I used to go out with a girl, and she used to say to me she knew within 20 seconds whether she liked a song or not, and it was exactly that. She didn't know anything about music, but she knew what she knew, and she knew what she liked. Yeah, and I think great songs will come across like that.
Yeah.
Has everyone seen the Noel Gallagher clip of the interview a couple of days ago?
Oh no, I've not seen that.
So basically, he got asked about Oasis reunion as he always does,
again,
and he's changed his tune. He's changed his tune completely. He was saying, "Do you know what? They've never rang me, but why don't his people ring mine people, and we'll see what we'll do."
Yeah,
he's changed his tune completely.
It's a turning point. I think I hate that. I think that's a lazy question as well. But I think Liam probably would now. I think he's mellowed. I think Liam
always would. I think it was Noel being a bit of a pain, but him and his missus are split up, and I don't know if that's part of the game changer. But honestly, just YouTube it after this. 20 seconds of a clip, and he's going, they've got my number. Why don't they ring me?
Oh, yeah.
And that's no backing down in my eyes. And I think, you know, his life maybe has gone downhill in his personal side. He wants something big. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen now. And that will change the music industry. John said this a million times. It'll change it overnight.
Yeah, it would.
The big wheel will keep turning. And rock and roll keeps coming back round in the mainstream and the mainstream consciousness. And people will go, what's this? Big dirty Marshall amps and Les Pauls like Tom plays and rock and roll songs singing about things that matter. And I'm not knocking young bands, but Ian and I, we're in our 40s. We've got a song on the next albums about going to war. We've got songs about losing family members. We've got songs about relationships, all aspects of that human condition, as they say. So it's real rock and roll. It's gritty. And I think, and that's why music is that only art form that really touches people like that, because you just described it perfectly there, Kirk. You said, I don't know how the compositions, but I know what I like and I know how it makes me feel. And a song can, even a song with a 90s feel or something like that, could take you back to a girlfriend or a time or a summer or whatever. And it's all in there. It's all those same 12 notes that people keep recycling.
Most definitely, and it's just, I think it's just an amazing, and it also fascinates me why we, as humans, we like music, and you know what I mean. It's like, why do we sit and listen? In fact, if I've not listened to music for a period of time, say I'll go a day or something, I don't listen to any music, but I listen to music all the time. I start getting a bit like, I get down. I'm like, I'm missing something here. Right, I need a bit of music on, you know. And I listen to all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's liquid drum and bass is one of my things at the minute. But there you go. I've really got into that. I love it. It's what I have it on all the time. Crazy stuff. There was something else we was going to say, but it's been great having a good chat with you, because it's
thanks for having us back on, mate.
We said that when we did any interviews, it wasn't just we've interviewed them, that's it, we'll never speak to them ever again. What I want is I want people to come back, I want to have a conversation. It might even be a 5-10 minute, where you're up to, what have you got on this week, where where you're playing, but for me, it's not just a one thing. It's a movement. It's a family, and I think we're all in it for the same thing. We're all passionate about music, the underground scene, if you like, and breaking through. And I think if enough of us like us do this, then I'm hoping at some point in the future we can challenge the establishment and go, there's some new shit over here. Come and
There's more people outside the establishment than inside the establishment. So if we all club together, exactly. You know, we'll be bigger than them.
Exactly, and that's what we need to do. I would say Rage Against the Machine, but that's a band.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously, Kirk, once we're massive, we'll never speak to you again.
Hey, don't worry, I've got the videos, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I'll just ride on the back of the wave. But do you know what I mean? I'll just tag your shit in everything and I'll be here. But you know what I mean?
You're going to come on the road with us,
definitely, mate. What I always say to bands, and they go, "Can't thank you enough," and you're going to obviously come down and do something with us. But I always say this. When you're on the O2 or a big stage and you're backstage having whatever your brown M&Ms and you hear this noise, open the fucking door, because I'm coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Security!
I'm coming in. See, I want to do just a walk past with a tambourine on the fucking stage. You know what I mean? Like do a bit of a Bez bollocks and all that, and fucking straight. Who's that gong? Mate. It's Kirk.
It's an absolute deal.
That's what I want. So I just keep interviewing bands, because one of you's got to get up there at some point, because I've just got to get on stage, haven't I? Do you know what I mean? I just want to. I can't do anything, but I could just. There you go.
Get you a set of maracas.
That's it. I could do a Bez all day long. Give us a couple of pints, and I'll be fucking all over it. Fucking solid. He's got the best job in rock and roll, man. For God's sake, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, we digress. But it's been brilliant. Thanks. What we're going to do, we're going to end with Dare to Dream. Yeah, we're going to end with that, and we're going to go. Well, you can stay around while we play it if you want. But when you come down, send us information for April, because if I'm about, I'll try and get hold of you. Even if I come and get you before the gig and have a coffee or something, or we'll do a live. Do you know what I mean? We'll do something. So that is that a competition then? When you're talking, is a battle of the bands. So is it for?
Yeah.
Is it for a prize?
So called live, it's called. Yeah, Battle of the Bands. Yeah.
So
the 1st of April one. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? So how many bands has been in that then? Is it regional? Is it all regions then coming together? Is that how they're doing it, or is it?
Yeah, it's everywhere. There's three bands per night. I think they're doing Friday, Saturday, Sundays. We're doing Saturday, the 1st of April, day after the album release.
Yeah.
And then this is first heat's kind of going through, and then if we make it through, I can't remember. In the weeks and after that, that's when you get whittled down to the winner. We're obviously going to win, so we'll enjoy doing it.
Well, last time I went to an event like that, supporting a band that I was been supporting for years, they won. So okay, now might be a lucky charm. I never know.
Yeah.
Right, wonderful. So Dare to Dream. Tell us what it's about, and then we'll spin it, and we'll see on the other side. But what's it about?
Yeah. So we chose the album title, obviously, from this song. Not because of the song itself, just it sent the message of doing what we've done, creating this band from nothing, and dare to dream that we can get somewhere. And whatever the success is, I don't know, it feels pretty successful so far that we've recorded 2 albums, and people looking at our Spotify around the world or found it and are listening to it. So, do you know what I mean? That's success to me. But yeah, I started writing this about my son. And basically the first verse is about him, and then obviously I brought it to Ian, and I don't know if you want to jump in there, Ian.
Yeah, John's pretty generous with his tunes. He said to me, "Is it generous or lazy that I get a lot of second verses?" But no, quite often he'll say to me, "I have this idea," and most of the time when you write a new song, I think most songwriters, you'll have the verse and a chorus. So eventually, at some point, there has to be a second verse. And I'm very, very close with my nephew Josh, and he said, "You got any words about him?" He was born very, very premature. I think he was born at like 20. I can't remember, 26 or 28 weeks.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, he's lucky to be alive. You know what I mean? He's had a tough life, and a lot of other like I'd say tragedies in his life. So doing my best to look after him. And he's about the same age as your lad, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're about the same age. So do the same kind of stuff, just take them out to the cinema and stuff like that. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh yeah, I could write a second verse there. And it was there like that, this second verse. So it's just, yeah, we sat down for an afternoon. We thought it was going to take a few hours, weren't we?
Yeah,
and it was like
5 minutes.
Oh, that's that done then. A couple of songs were written that afternoon. It was getting close to recording the album. So it's an absolutely fantastic tune. And you always had the guitar part for the intro, didn't you? And
yeah.
I said, that sound good on a piano, that.
Yeah.
I can't play the piano, but I spent weeks and weeks and weeks just learning these simple notes, like sausage fingers, and managed to play it on the album. And Jamie, again, the producer, he just worked some magic with it. And a few people have heard it and said, that sounds like the Beatles. We're not trying to sound like the Beatles, but it sounds amazing. So this is the last track on the album.
Excellent.
And the album was going to be called something else, weren't it? I can't remember what. But as soon as I heard this, I said to John, I said, that should be the name of the album. Because as John said, we're daring to dream this, you know. And it's not only what we're doing, I think it's a bit of an instruction to everybody else.
Yeah.
Everyone else to dare to dream, you know. Follow your dreams. There's nothing better in life than that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely wonderful. It's been great to talk to you guys. Gallahers Green, brand new album coming out. It's called Dare to Dream. This is the title track from the album. Does it sound like the Beatles or the Stranglers? Who knows? Stick around, we'll have a chat just after this. This is longer than we normally do them. In Dougie Stone Radio introducing
I never thought you'd come. Now I dare
Oh, I'm loving that. Loving that. I like the ending of that. I like the way that it goes from side to side. Yeah. Brilliant. If you're listening on the speaker, it won't make any sense because it'll just sound the same. But if you've got headphones on, it goes from side to side. Wonderful, lads. Wonderful.
Cheers, Kurt.
That's Tom, drummer Tom's favourite song on the album, isn't it?
Yeah. It's funny. We've all got our personal favourites, and obviously, when you're writing them, they're like your babies. But it's funny how people react to different songs. My wife thinks that's the best song on the album. But it's such, and like Ian and I have said before, the first album as well, we've tried to make it as varied as possible. There's a song on this one called Find Your Way Back to Me. It's purely acoustic, and it's a little Americana number, just to keep people's ears pricking up, because there's nothing worse than listening to a band that every song's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, some people might like that, but I like a bit of variation. But I think we've done it again on this album, and thanks to our lead guitarist, Tommy, by coming in and going, no lads, these ones, we need something else. And that honest Yorkshire, no bullshit attitude really.
If he flags up any more songs,
he's fired. Yeah.
Lead guitarist.
It's what we need. Me and John started this band like whatever 6 years ago now, and we said the only way we're going to succeed is if we're honest with each other, because too many people blow smoke up each other's arse. And just say, yeah, it's a really good song. And it's not, it's crap. Well, once you put it out there, it's out there forever.
Yeah.
So you've got to be honest, and fair play to him. He kept us true to our word there.
And then there's a couple of things there, isn't there? You've got, if people are challenging and you take no notice, and then he's going to get pissed off and he's going to go. And the other thing is, if you end up playing stuff that he doesn't like, and he's playing it thinking he's going to, something else is going to come along and he's going to go. And it's great that you've got that open, honest. And you're able to take that, because we're not all able to take criticism.
Your heart's got to be in what you're playing, otherwise, because it's a lot of graft. You know, people don't realise gig day, busy old days. You move in. John flies in from Northern Ireland. You know.
Yeah.
He's up at stupid o'clock in the morning. It's graft. So you've got to love it.
Yeah. I saw something the other day, and I think I forget what it was now. Something. Everyone thinks it's easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and it's just so true. And I don't think people appreciate what people do generally as artists, whether it's musicians, whether it's painters, whether it's sculptors. The years of development and input into that's good. And we'll have to finish up, because we could chat to you all night. But I think what you're saying about the young bands and what you guys do and the differences, yes, they're fresh. They might appeal to a younger audience. They've not got the experience to pull on. And it's people like us who are older who've had them knocks. And, you know, I'm doing something with he's 20 odd, and he's co-presenter with one of my shows. And he's like, well, you're telling me this, but I can't believe it because I've not been there, have I? You're saying do this, but I'm not sure. I believe you, but it doesn't make sense. And it may be what the true thing is in the end is people like yourselves who've got that experience, some great lyrics and great music ideas, is to feed that into some of the younger stuff. I don't know, but that's each their own. That's what my head was saying before. Was like, hang on a minute. There's a link here. You've got people that've got no experience, but they want to push them, and you've got people with experience, with great music, great technique, great lyrics that could assist them. But anyway, who am I? You just keep doing what you're doing. So,
Kirk, thanks very much, mate. Really appreciate it, buddy. Good to see you again.
Yeah. Keep in touch. Hopefully we can get you on Dougie Fest, which would be awesome. And good luck with your gigs and your album. Thanks for sharing it with us. Seriously, I really appreciate every artist that sends us music that they've not released, because that is just amazing. And I don't think you appreciate how I take that. That is for you to hand that over to us and for us to showcase it is absolutely tremendous. And thanks very much.
We appreciate you playing it, mate. Thank you very much for having us on. Great chat as always.
Brilliant. Right, get on with your evening. Get going with doing what you're doing. Now I've got to finish off packing off to Bordeaux tomorrow. Anyway, you have a great time. Speak to you soon.
All right, buddy. See you soon. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys. So that was Gallahers Green introducing their new. Let's get that back on. Introducing their new album, and this has been another introducing, but a revisited for Dougie Stone Radio. Thanks to Janice for setting up. Thanks for Wolf and Brew for sponsoring some of the shows and these interviews. It's great. Go and check them out as well. But until next time, as I say, Kirk, out.